So, they found it again, have they? I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest. The Germans have vowed to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now. Yeah, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm going to move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business? I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
Oh, I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Oh. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Nah, just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers. You sold me out. But that's all in the past. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. And I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you.
No! Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
So last night, after 15 years, the colonel walks into my office. Made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy. My gun. I love it so much! The old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know.
Oh my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days. That's the door to the street. Oh boy, mail. Oh boy, mail. A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed. My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb. CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files. I spent weeks earning this baby. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. The UI of U was the only place that would accept me. Half the course credit was earned by locating the university. Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business. This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia. This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia. Most of these desk drawers haven't been used for so long, I'm afraid to open them. As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. My old reliable faux oak desk. My old reliable faux oak desk. Nothing in here but a pen. Nothing in here but a pen. This is probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office. Nothing in here but a stamp. One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed. Here is my favorite desk drawer. As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. This here is my favorite desk drawer. As usual, it's a mess. Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list. Ah, Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholstery and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better. Ah, the closet door. That's the door to the street. The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot. Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later. Surprisingly, the auto post box has no graffiti on it. Maybe people around here are finally starting to respect our government and its fine agencies. The Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raven and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
What do you want, Murphy?
Fine. How you doing, Rook?
I'm not in the mood for small talk.
Fine. What do you want to talk about?
Let me tell you about my great day, Murphy. Last night, someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
How much is a fair amount of cash?
In this case, $8,000.
Boy, that's a lot of clams, Rook.
Don't you think I know that? The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the $8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
What was your impression of the girl?
She seemed real nice. I don't know what I'm going to tell her. I called her this morning, but her line is disconnected.
So do you have any leads on recovering the bracelet?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
I guess this means you don't consider me good enough to help track down the bracelet?
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards. Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14. It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World. 10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can. Looks like a key of some kind. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel. The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm. Well, that steep staircase looked really hard to climb. Hey, this door's just painted on. Well, that's not gonna work. Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here. Oh man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know. Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything. This rickety wooden fence keeps Rook's Pawn Shop and the Slice of Heaven pizza parlor from collapsing into each other. Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination, and right now she seems to have a thing for me. Louis Lamintz runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. The Brew and Stew is run by Louis Lamintz, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
How about a pitcher of beer and the love of a good woman, Louis?
I can't help you with the woman, Mike. Yeah, no problem with the beer, though. Put it on your tab?
Thanks, Louis. I should have some work soon, then I'll be able to pay my tab off first thing.
Don't worry about it, Mike. I know you're good for it. Rook's an ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times. Chelsea acts tough, but she has to be with all the scum around. And she's as smart as she is pretty. She knows a lot of what goes on in the shadows of this city. Yeah, things are a little slow, but I'm getting by. Having to lay off some of my kitchen help hurt my pride more than anything. Bardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it. Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad cops have turned a blind eye.
Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page. Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me. Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Chelsea, you're breaking my heart.
Why? Because I've got a steady job?
Sure. Kick me when I'm down. You think it's fun being broke?
Well, you know, Tex, there just might be a job for you. Have you heard that Rook's place got robbed?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I came by to see what you know about it.
Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm. The crusade is big. I mean, much bigger than most people know. They have operatives all over, and then these huge sections of the norm population are joining. Well, they say it's a religion, but then they encourage the members to be violent and prejudiced towards others. Wish I could help you there, Tex. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Wish I could help you there, Tex. Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand. Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye. I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood. Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet. Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Listen, I'm working on a burglary case and I'm looking for a lead.
You and me both, Seamus. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a Norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood. That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm looking for some information regarding the robbery at Rook's last night.
Well, there are thieves everywhere. Someone just stole my radio. Sure, it was busted, but it was all I had. Man, who would stoop to robbing the homeless?
Whoever it was must be a real jerk.
Boy, you said it. Now why don't you get lost? I've got to look for my radio.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening. Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. Louis Laments runs the...
What can I get you? He's one of the few Norms besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical top. A little dim, and not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town. Rook's an ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times. Chelsea acts tough, but she has to be with all the scum around. And she's as smart as she is pretty. She knows a lot of what goes on in the shadows of this city. Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened the pizza place 7 to 8 years ago, and they've been fighting ever since. Sal's a big guy with an appetite for food, wine, and women. He comes by here almost every day for lunch. Bardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination. Ever since the crusade started up, the relations between Norms and mutants has gone to pot. I've had rocks thrown through my windows, graffiti sprayed on the bricks outside. There's not much I can do, though. Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it. Sorry, Mife. Can't help you there. Bardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination. Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened the pizza place 7 to 8 years ago. And they've been fighting ever since.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Oh no, not you again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
Look, I'll do you a favor. If you're free Thursday, I'll take you to the Chocoholics Anonymous meeting.
Spare me the insults, tough guy. If you got something to say, spill it.
I tried to forget you, I really did. But I had to come back and see what I could do to help you get back on your feet.
God, you are a pest!
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
Okay, what's on your mind?
You want to try a slice of my chocolate pie? I can give you a piece to go if you like.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory me fuss a lot to do!
I don't make a practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Oh, hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it. Praise heaven! You brought the ambrosia of life. Ask me anything you want. Brooke, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that. I think Chelsea used to fancy me, till she found out my only true love was chocolate. Damn near broke her heart. Nice guy, good cook. Every National Feed a Bum Day, he brings me one of his award-winning chocolate pies. Ugh. I don't have much to do with her. They don't serve anything with chocolate in it at the pizza joint. That big goon, he used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone. Wish I could help. Oh, don't know a thing about it. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds. I stay out of politics, especially bad politics. Sorry, can't help you with that. Wish I could help. Nope, don't know a thing about it.
Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes. Whoa, a key. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes. Cool. A plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection. Looks like my 4th grade teacher. Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a reaper. Oh, this is a scary mask. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set. This wig probably sells well during the Bay Area Yodeling Festival. A mask of the king? That's blasphemy! This wig must be quite popular with shy people. Whoa, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous. Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask. Well, I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck. Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes. It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow, it's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended. Just a couple of empty old packing boxes. Just a couple of empty old packing boxes. That door leads out to the street. Rusty, the clown from hell. No wonder this place went under. Probably scared off all his business. Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons. Looks like some kind of in-house television. If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Locked. I can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself. I had a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile. Maybe this key fits in that employees only door. If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before. The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing. A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself. A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight. Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid? Oh, Lordy. So this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. And I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fire starts so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo. On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much. CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files. Ah, the closet door. That's the door to the street. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. Well, that's not gonna work.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
Well, obviously, the window was broken from the outside. The texture of the pavement surface is a cross between a spilled coke and sandstone. A shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a carrot top. Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop. CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment. That's the door to the street.
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help? Oh, I remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me. Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Oh yeah, I know Beach. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower.
I walk up the steps to Coit Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
You must be Beeknerese.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Chelsea Bando. You told me I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsea. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to see if your nose is as big as everyone says.
What, you some kind of joker? Maybe I'll see you around. You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy Guy.
Please, Beak. I'm begging you. I'm just a crappy detective and I need your help.
Jeez, fella, you're more pathetic than I am. You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy Guy.
Look, don't be snooty, Beak. I'm here to cut you a deal. Literally.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh? Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flemm. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flemm breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flemm had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flemm. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flemm has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flemm pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. Mick Flemm's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him. Oh, I'm nobody. I just try to keep my nose clean and my ear to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Or was that vice versa?
If this is Mick Flemm's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him. Locked. Well, that's not gonna work. The sound is coming from up on the landing. Looks like the on-off switch controls a pulley hook. It's running back and forth along a track.
That rusty doll isn't gonna scare Flemm unless I can get it to move around somehow. The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flemm. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flemm least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here to Mommy's come back!
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity?
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries. And if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence glands. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm gonna do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed to show the world my greatness.